Code Blue, Code Red, a Stuttgart cyber awareness story. Hopefully, this funding shutdown comes to a swift end. In the meantime, as a team, we are all feeling the uncertainty of the times. I encourage everyone to ignore divisive messaging in the news and stick together. Support one another, and stay on the positive track. If finances are a concern, then contact the Stuttgart Army Community Services, ACS, for guidance, and, if needed, ask about resources that offer zero-interest loans to get any experiencing such hardships the support needed. Before we start, I want to take a moment to reintroduce you to our new community messaging platform called the OPSEC Minute Extended. On Mondays, even during a funding shutdown, we hope to continue using this space, in both text and posted videos, to share both a little OPSEC or Operation Security wisdom, along with an occasional Marvel team-up bridge that ties into other regulatory security disciplines and policies that our leadership and the Department of Army embrace. As October is Cyber Awareness Month, our OPSEC Minute Secure Narratives will feature a cyber awareness flavor along with a message to the Stuttgart Garrison's hard-working staff and workforce still on the job to ensure they complete their security training and Cyber Awareness Challenge 2026. For more on the latter training, Google Cyber Awareness Challenge 2026 and click the login with the CAC icon. As for the posted video, we realize reading a page of dialogue is not everyone's cup of tea. As an alternative, please feel free to check out the video of this and other OPSEC Minute stories on our YouTube Secure Narratives channel. Simply click the link and let it play in the background as you tackle your morning routine and backlog of email. All right. That quick moment has left the building. Enjoy today's Secure Narrative. Prologue. Static in the system. The hospital always hummed. Even at 2 in the morning, when the world outside the Regional Medical Center Stuttgart slept under a blanket of drizzle, the air inside buzzed with soft machine chatter. Monitors, ventilators, infusion pumps, all singing in quiet code. Jessi Ramirez adjusted the oxygen flow on a post-op patient, her fingers steady despite the fatigue that had crept into her shoulders. It was mid-October, week 3 of the government shutdown. Paychecks were on hold, tempers were short, and coffee was the only currency anyone trusted. Still, Jessi kept moving. She had to. Patients didn't pause for politics. She made her last chart update, but her eyes lingered on the new infusion pump's small screen. Admin. The password prompt glared at her, untouched. Her stomach tightened. That password was the same across every device in the ward, unchanged since installation. She'd flagged it twice already. Each time, IT brushed it off. Too busy. Low priority. Behind her, Dr. Schmidt's voice carried through the quiet like gravel in a tin cup. "You look like someone found a bug in their soup." "Maybe I did," she said, gesturing to the pump. "Default credentials. Wide open." The doctor shrugged. "So, change it." "I don't have admin rights." "Then don't worry about it." He moved on, humming to himself. Jessi stared after him, jaw tight. She didn't believe in leaving things for later. Her father, an army mechanic, taught her that broken things didn't fix themselves, especially not in a place full of vulnerable people. Outside, the rain picked up, streaking the glass with faint trails of reflected red lights. Jessi didn't notice. Somewhere deep in the hospital's network, a cursor blinked, waiting. Act 1. The Crack. By morning, Jessi's frustration had brewed into action. Over breakfast, she told Ethan. He poured her coffee, black, no sugar, and leaned against the counter, still in his Garrison Protection Office fleece. "So, You're saying anyone with Wi-Fi and curiosity could start messing with the pumps. Exactly, and no one seems to care. He gave a small, humorless chuckle. Welcome to October 2025. Half the systems are on skeleton maintenance because the shutdown froze our support contracts. Ethan, I'm serious. I know. He met her eyes. You want to report it? She hesitated. Chain of command was sacred. The clinic answered to Regional Medical Command, not the garrison. Crossing that line could make her look like she was bypassing leadership. I already brought it up to IT. Weber brushed me off. Then document it, Ethan said. Don't skip your chain, but make sure the record shows you raised it. If it escalates, you're protected. He smiled faintly. Besides, I've seen the garrison OPSEC guys twitch when someone leaves a password on a sticky note. If this turns serious, someone in my office will notice. Jessi laughed, but the unease lingered. That night she logged her findings. Dates, screenshots, serial numbers, quiet insurance. 2 days later, a phishing email landed in the inboxes of nearly every hospital staff member. The subject line read, "Urgent System Patch. Action required." It looked legitimate enough. A few clicks later, a single junior tech's login credentials were captured by an unseen hand. Act 2. The Surge. The first sign came during the night shift. Jessi's patient alarm started spiking, random dosage changes flashing across screens. She moved fast, isolating the pumps manually, pulling plugs, shouting orders. The team fell into rhythm, muscle memory taking over. The ward stabilized after an hour that felt like a lifetime. When the chaos ebbed, she called Ethan. He was still at the office. The garrison's protection division was on high alert due to infrastructure vulnerabilities tied to the shutdown. Ethan, it's bad. Devices are acting like someone's controlling them remotely. We lost one patient. I think it's cyber. He didn't waste time. Stay calm. Keep logs. Don't talk about this outside the clinic network. I'll loop it up, quietly. By sunrise, the garrison's protection office had notified the Stuttgart Army Counterintelligence, ACI, team. The ACI agents coordinated with the Garrison Command Security Manager, Alonzo Edwards, and OPSEC officer, James Brooks. The call from higher headquarters came an hour later. Regional Medical Command was officially requesting support from U.S. Army Garrison Stuttgart. The chain was intact. The help invited. Act 3. The Hunt. The next 48 hours blurred into a coordinated storm of expertise. In the clinic's conference room, Colonel Edward Sanford, the garrison commander, stood beside the medical center's director, LTC Helen Wu. Both wore the same exhausted expression of people trying to lead through fog. Sanford broke the silence first. All right, we're not here to point fingers. We're here to patch holes before someone else slips through them. Beside him, Mr. Edwards mapped the breach on a smartboard, tracing digital footprints with the precision of a chess player. Entry came from a compromised credential, likely tied to a phishing email. Once inside, the actor found open ports linked to the unprotected pumps. That admin password was never changed, Jessi said quietly from the back. Every head turned. Sanford's eyes softened just slightly. You're the nurse who caught it. Yes, sir. He nodded. Then you just saved us from losing more lives. The room exhaled. The Stuttgart ACI team tracked the digital trail to a foreign IP address known for targeting medical infrastructure. Meanwhile, OPSEC teams from the garrison and clinic worked side by side, combing for leaks. Even the 409th Contracting Support Brigade sent a liaison to review vendor compliance, ensuring no contractor shortcuts contributed to the weakness. Amid the stress, humor seeped in like sunlight through blinds. At one point, an ACI agent muttered, If I had €1 for every default password I've seen this week, Mr. Edwards shot back dryly, you'd still be underpaid. The room laughed. Tired, genuine, necessary. Act 4. The Reckoning. By week's end, the breach had been contained. The attacker, traced to a small cybercriminal collective operating through Eastern Europe, was blocked before further harm. No ransom demand came. It wasn't about money. It was a probe. In the aftermath, accountability followed quietly but firmly. The hospital's IT manager, Klaus Weber, faced disciplinary review and mandatory retraining. The junior tech who clicked the phishing link was reassigned under mentorship. Not punishment, but prevention. Colonel Sanford ordered a joint cyber and OPSEC inspection across all tenant organizations on the garrison footprint. Not witch hunts, he told his staff. Reality checks. Ethan helped draft new information-sharing protocols between the clinic and garrison security offices, ensuring any future irregularities would flow through proper channels, not around them. And Jessi? She was pulled into a working group to help design a medical-specific cyber awareness program. Her first session opened with a line that made everyone grin. If your password is still admin, go ahead and change it now. I'll wait. Act 5. The Turn. Winter crept in early that year. The shutdown finally ended, paychecks resumed, and the tension that had gripped the community began to thaw. A small ceremony in December gathered staff from both the garrison and the medical center. Headquarters IMCOM Europe recognized the combined Stuttgart team for vigilance, for collaboration, and for proving that OPSEC and cyber awareness weren't just checklists, but acts of stewardship. Colonel Sanford presented commendations, his tone light but sincere. The biggest vulnerability isn't code, it's complacency. This team refused to settle for good enough. That's what right looks like. Laughter rolled through the room when Jessi whispered to Ethan, "Maybe next time they'll just let me change the password." He squeezed her hand. "Careful, they might put you in charge of IT." Epilogue. Quiet Systems. Months later, the hospital hummed again, a steadier song. The devices blinked in rhythm, passwords secure, logs tight. Jessi ended a long shift and walked home through cold air that smelled faintly of pine and diesel. Ethan was on the balcony, a mug of coffee steaming in his hands. "Bad day?" he asked. "Better than last October," she said, sinking beside him. They sat in silence a while, the city lights winking below. When she finally spoke, it was soft, almost to herself. Funny how something invisible, a password, a click, can ripple out to everything. Ethan nodded. That's why we guard the small things, because they're never just small. From somewhere inside, her phone buzzed, a message from the OPSEC officer. There's a new awareness training video draft. You're in it. She smiled, half amused, half proud. The machines hummed, the lights blinked. And for the first time in months, the silence between systems felt safe. Thank you for sticking around as we continue testing the boundaries of an extended storyboard. Think of it as security training with a plot twist and a fresh way to both educate our team and connect with our military community. Subscribe to our Secure Narratives YouTube channel. Hit us with a like and watch our new updates, which will be uploaded with or without a government funding shutdown in effect. Also, if you have other suggestions or ideas, or are interested in a personalized name drop or your work center's inclusion to our tales, don't hold back. Send a quick note or use the interactive customer evaluation system to share your thoughts. We're all ears and ready to make things even better. So until next Mondays, OPSEC minute extended. Keep those comments coming and stay engaged.